What's up, nerds? Back with another video, lifting vlog, fitness vlog kind of thing. So we're going to be doing 2 compound exercises for back today, and then after that, some targeted stuff. So starting off with just a little bit of a working set warm-up. I actually was in the sauna before this, so I didn't really need to do any crazy warming up or triggering of anything. All I did was a little bit of walking afterwards and then headed straight over to, get into my sets. So right now I'm basically doing a strength test, sessions. And then after that, I'm going to be working into more either, 3x3s, 4x4s, 5x5s, however I'm going to progress. So right now I'm kind of just seeing what my deadlift feels like. I was worked up to 5x5s on a trap bar deadlift, and now I'm working on conventional deadlift, conventional straight bar deadlift. And so this was mainly just a grip test, a form test, where I'm trying to get up to 315 deadlifts, and right now I was pulling 295s. I didn't do 5x5s, and there was a little bit of a form check, but I was feeling pretty good. And so after that was done, went over to our second compound exercise, and that is kind of like, I'm not sure what the name of this is, but it's almost like a full body pull-up. I'm not just pulling up, I'm not doing any wide grip stuff, neutral grip, and you can see my chest is almost parallel with the ceiling, or it's like pointing up into the ceiling. I'm actually on an assisted pull-up machine. You can't see my knees, but I have, I got the assistance from the machine going. And basically, this is a bicep back complete, destroying exercise. And the big key is to try to keep your chest up. And so my legs are a bit forward on the pad, the assistance pad. You can see my back, I'm angled. My knees are angled close, like they're pointing at the machine. And it's just 2 really simple compound exercises, but absolutely destroy your back and bicep. And so after that's done, I do some mid row, low row kind of combo. Throw in a little bit of a swing into it. But this is, again, kind of focusing on the same kind of action that we just performed, both with the deadlift and that assisted kind of like full body pull up, almost like a calisthenics pull up sort of. And so a little bit of a rock into these, but really the main thing I'm cueing and focusing on is driving those elbows back, keeping them low. I honestly could have had them a little bit tighter, but, hey, whatever. That's why we have the footage, so we can go back and review and see what the problems were. And so after that, head over to preacher curls, because today it was just really the 2 main compound exercises and then some targeting stuff. So for biceps, this is the bicep targeting exercise. And the big thing I'm trying to do on the preacher curls is get a good extension. I didn't, go as high as I could do on curls. I think right now I'm curling 130 on a cable machine, right? And obviously bars and stuff like that is, you can't get as high as you can on cables. So it was just literally just 65, but oh man, letting the weight go all the way down and getting that tight squeeze on the back up, whew, absolute killer. And after that, well, not after that, a day in between. So I do my nice rest cardio day, a nice massage day, nice big protein day, rest day, blood flow in between. And after that, chest and tricep time. And I'm just a huge dip guy. I'm obsessed with dips. I think that they are just a quality movement, especially on chest and triceps days. You can really focus on the chest and the tricep. Something I do in between, you could see, is I just make sure to keep my arms moving, make sure to get some nice blood flow. Before this, I did Another like 10 minutes of walking around. I did some banded movement, but I was, walking around and doing it, so I couldn't record it. My goal with these is to really try and get 90 degrees, I think, or is it 45 degrees? Dang, I think it might be 45 degrees. Terrible with angles. But you can see if you pause, I'm trying to get, my elbows bent to a 45, 90 degree angle. And I'm really focusing on the push aspect of this. I'm really focusing on keeping my arms moving, trying to keep myself, into the exercise. And so for this second day, yesterday for the first day, I did stop and go with the camera by reps. But this one, you can tell, is just one straight big shot. That's what I like to do for some of these. So this one, I actually stop in between because some guy asks me for a spot, but I really do like to try and keep all of this in one big footage. I try to do around 10 to 12 minutes per exercise tops. I mean, that's how long, let's say I'm doing 4 or 5 sets of 8 to 10, or, like maybe like 3 sets of 10 to 15 or 4 sets of 8 to 10, however you break up the volume. But it really shouldn't take more than 10 to 12 minutes. At least for me, I don't like resting for a whole lot. I mean, some people like super long rests. I, really try to give it a 45 to 60-second rest tops. And again, with these, you can see I'm pulling out. I'm pulling down and out as much as I can. And after those, I haven't done these in a while, and I actually really love these. So this is like a cable tricep extension, sort of, is I guess how I would describe it. And so we've got opposite, and grab the opposite sides, grab them by the black little balls at the end. And I'm really doing one of two things. I'm focusing on keeping my back and chest cued, and I'm trying to do as much tricep pushing out as I possibly can. And after that, I mess up the camera a little bit because I'm going to be moving over to chest flies on the next part. So there we go. Set up the chest flies and try to be a little bit further ahead. Have the chest be a little bit down. It's already, kind of like iffy about, I mean, they're fine with me recording at the gym. But it's only because I record when there's really like nobody around. There's like, I'm here during like the boring times, or if not that, then I'm, recording at an angle where you can never see anybody. So it's a little bit off center angle, but the goal is to kind of have yourself standing a little bit forward and have the chest pointing a little bit down. And then after that, doing some incline flies. I actually have a little bit of a weird form on these. And I'm not getting as deep down as I could be. This was honestly like, this was a killer, absolutely killer chest session. And I hadn't done chest in about a week and a half. So it was definitely a little bit of a form check. I probably should have done maybe 42 and a halves, and I think I was doing 45s, right? I think my form would have been much better if I was just down a little bit. You could see the dumbbells are kind of facing the window, facing the front. I should have had them angled a little bit. And then I go back over, so the chest pump, I was chest pumped out of my mind, but I wanted to go back and just do a couple more tricep dips because, again, after you've done, I mean, like I said in the beginning, this is a great chest and tricep exercise, depending on your form, depending on where you hold. And so after having your chest primed and your triceps exhausted, I mean, it's just a great, I love dips. I'm obsessed with dips. And this is probably one of my favorite chest exercises. Finish out the session with this. It's the seated chest fly. I mean, this thing, if you look at my chest, you can literally see my chest squeezing live during this exercise. I mean, because if you have this set up properly, your seat should be down a bit. You could see how the bars are kind of parallel with my nipples just about. And if you get yourself set up properly, I mean, this is an absolute chest blaster. Like if you look at the chest, you could literally see how it's just the chest squeezing in and squeezing these two things together. It's a very, very reminiscent of one of my favorite machines at my old gym that I don't use anymore, but it was one of my favorite machines, and that's a pec deck. And that's pretty much it. You know, a nice little chest session, a nice little back by try session. Pretty great day of exercising. And after this, it's going to be some Zoom boxing because now the arms and the upper body is feeling juicy. All right, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Deuces.